Hi, this is Trisha. This is day number 16 of the 31 Days to Transformation. And I'm continuing this little mini-series on the 6 ghosts of fear that Napoleon Hill writes about in his book, Think and Grow Rich. And I'm doing this because fear is something that is universal, and we all deal with it. And his list of 6 fears really got my attention and made me stop and think, this is something worth sharing with you. The bottom line, though, is get the book and study it. It will truly transform your life. But today's fear that we're going to talk about is the fear of criticism. And that fear is as universal as the fear of poverty. Everyone deals with it. And it starts from the time you are very young, and it continues all through your life. You know, fear has the power to destroy you. It can destroy your ambitions. It can destroy your dreams. It can destroy any initiative that you have to transform your life. And so as we go through these series of fears, let's see if we recognize them, and then let's do what we can to eliminate them. And I'll help you with that. So the fear of criticism, here are some of the symptoms. See if you recognize yourself in any of these. Are you timid in conversations? Are you afraid to speak up? Share your opinion. Do you look people in the eye when you talk to them? Do you walk with slumped shoulders, kind of, disheartened? Is your voice always shaky when you're trying to talk to people? Do you have trouble making decisions quickly? Do you just agree with others regardless of what they're talking about, regardless of whether you think you agree with it or not? Do you just agree because you don't want the confrontation? Do you boast? A lot of people do that. A lot of people boast, and a lot of times it's false boasting, but they do that to intimidate other people, to make other people feel inferior so that others can't see how inferior they are. Do you overspend in order to keep up with other people? That's a big one. Do you not take action when opportunities come your way? Are you two-faced? Are you nice to people and then talk about them behind their back? Ouch. Do you quit when someone opposes you? Are you unwilling to accept blame when you make a mistake? Are you just plain lazy? Physically and mentally. Where did this fear of criticism start? Well, as with all fears, it starts to be ingrained in you, in your subconscious, by everything that you see and hear and experience from the time you were born. Your parents, your teachers, pastors, leaders, the TV, your friends, all of society influences you. And this fear of criticism comes in many different forms. I'm looking over here at this, there's a playground nearby, and I think about it at an early age when on the playground 2 people were picked to be the leaders for the kickball team, and they got to pick their teams. And sometimes I was the last one picked. How does it makes you feel inferior? And it's because you choose to, of course. I mean, you have nothing to base that on, but other people do make you feel inferior. Or maybe your parents were not able to buy you the name brand clothes when you were young, and all of a sudden that became such a fashion statement. Certain brands, certain labels were so important, and if you didn't have them, you felt inferior. It could be even things like just remarks that parents say to their kids without thinking of the damage that it does in just one little remark. Just, parents, I've been a parent. I know how frustrating things can be at times. And you might say, why can't you be as good as your brother? Why can't you get good grades like your sister did? Why are you always so angry? Why are you always so lazy? All of those things are put into your subconscious mind and filed away. And then as you grow and experience more of life, they keep coming up. You know, employers, well, not all employers, really good employers know that the way to get the best out of an employee is to edify that person instead of criticizing. Oh, of course, there's times when something needs to be corrected, but a kind word and a word of praise, either from a parent, an employer, a friend, anybody, does worlds more to change that person, to help them become even better than a word of criticism. I mean, that's common sense, but we forget that. So, what do we do with this? Because I'm pretty sure you're like me, you recognize some of those symptoms, and you don't want to fall prey to the fear of criticism. So what do? Well, you recognize it, and you recognize that everyone goes through this. Everyone is susceptible to the fear of criticism. And then you take steps to overcome them. You must fix your mind. You have to fix your mind on things that are positive.
Is the library right here?
Mm-hmm.
Right there? That's it?
It is, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Yes, you must fix your mind. Everything that surrounds you, all the people that you hang around with, everything that you read, everything that you hear, needs to be a positive influence, not a negative one. Read good books. Read books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Study them, read them, fill your mind so that you are constantly thinking about all of the possibilities, all of the potential that you have, instead of criticizing yourself. You know, the only thing that you can control is your thoughts. That's it. And you either control them or they will control you. Your thoughts determine your reality. So choose the good ones. All right, I hope that helps you. I hope that this is opening your eyes and your mind and your heart to all that is possible for you, because you have the power to create the most magnificent, amazing, astounding person that you have ever imagined yourself to be. This is part of the transformation of you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.